Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're uncovering the fascinating stories hidden in jobs you see every single day.
You see these jobs all the time, right? But do you really know what's going on behind the scenes? Well, we're about to pull back the curtain on the professions we think we know, and you're going to discover some of the ingenious secrets that make them tick. Okay, let's dive right in. Picture this. You're at a sold-out concert. The lights are down, the music is just blasting, and you look up at the performer on stage, and you see they've got something in their ear. Are those earbuds? I mean, why would a singer need earpieces when the music is already so loud, right? You might think, oh, they're just listening to a backing track, but the truth is, it's way more complex and honestly, absolutely crucial for them to put on a good show. So here's the thing. Those aren't your everyday run-of-the-mill earbuds. Nope. They are precision instruments called in-ear monitors. Think of them as super-powered, custom-fit headphones designed for one thing, giving the performer total control over what they hear. Okay, so what do these things actually do? Well, three main jobs. First, they let the performer hear the backing music perfectly. Second, and this is key, they let them hear their own voice clearly. And third, they block out the absolutely deafening roar of the crowd. It creates this little personal sound bubble, and without it, it'd be almost impossible to stay on key. All right, so from one high-pressure situation, let's move to another, even more intense one. Our next secret is all about the incredible gear worn by people who run towards danger when the rest of us are running away. Okay, look at that number, 800 degrees Celsius. To put that in perspective, that's hot enough to melt aluminum. It's insanely hot, and firefighters have to walk right into it. So the question is, how on earth is their gear built to handle that kind of heat? The secret is this really clever three-layer system. First, you got this outer shell. It's often reflective, and its job is to bounce most of the heat right off. Then there's a middle layer that acts as a waterproof barrier. And finally, the inner layer is all about insulation, keeping that intense heat from actually reaching their skin. It's like a high-tech shield. Okay, for our next mystery, let's switch gears and head to a movie set. You know that classic image, right? Someone holds up that black and white board right before the director yells, "And action!" So what's the deal with that clapperboard? I mean, it's probably one of the most iconic symbols of Hollywood, but its real job is so much more than just a fancy way to say, we're starting. It's actually a super smart solution to a really big technical headache. See, here's the thing. In professional movies, the sound and the video are recorded separately. You've got the camera capturing the picture, and then you've got a sound guy with a big microphone capturing the audio. Why? Because you get way better quality that way. But that creates a huge problem for the editor later on. How do you get those two separate files to line up perfectly? And that is where the clapperboard comes in. It's genius in its simplicity. When those two parts snap together, you get two things at the exact same time. A sharp visual cue, the board closing, and a sharp audio cue, that classic clap sound. Later in the editing room, all the editor has to do is find that one frame and line it up with the spike in the audio. Boom, perfect sync. All right, for our next one, we're going live to the news desk. You've seen it, right? A news anchor is reporting on some huge breaking story, looking right into the camera, not missing a beat. And you kind of just have to wonder, how are they doing that?
Well, they're definitely not memorizing at all. I mean, imagine trying to do that when the story is literally changing every second. No, they're using a really clever piece of tech that's actually hiding right in front of your eyes.
It's the magic of the teleprompter. Here's how it works. There's a screen below the camera lens that projects the script upwards onto a special piece of glass. It's basically a two-way mirror. So the anchor can read the text reflecting off the mirror, but for the camera, the glass is totally transparent. The end result? They're reading every word while looking like they're making perfect eye contact right with you at home.
But think about this. What happens when the teleprompter goes down? Or the script suddenly changes and a producer is yelling a new update into their earpiece? That's when you see the real skill. The pressure to just improvise, stay calm, and keep the show on the road, all on live TV. It's absolutely insane.
Okay, so far we've been looking at a lot of cool tech secrets. But for our final mystery, we're going to switch things up. This one isn't about tech at all. It's about a job description. I'm going to read it out and let's see if you can figure out what job this is.
Okay, first up, the required skills. You've got to be a master of management and organization. You need top-tier communication skills. You have to handle financial planning, education and training, and even health and wellness monitoring. I mean, that's a lot of hats to wear, right? Okay, now let's talk about the hours and benefits.
The average workday? We're talking 16 hours or more. Holidays? Pretty much non-existent. And the pay? The compensation is often nothing. It's unpaid. Seriously, let that sink in for a second. So, what job is this? What profession could possibly demand so much expertise, so much dedication, for basically zero formal recognition and no pay?
The answer is that this isn't a corporate job at all. It's the job description for a homemaker, a parent. It's the often unpaid, often undervalued, and unbelievably demanding work that requires this massive range of skills that honestly, most of us never even see.
So think about everything we've looked at, from the high-tech secrets on a concert stage to the deeply human, round-the-clock work of a parent. What's the one thing that connects all of these hidden stories? It's this: the world is just full of hidden ingenuity and expertise that goes completely unsung. It shows that just beneath the surface of the stuff we see every day, there's an incredible amount of science, skill, and just plain old dedication that we rarely get to see.
So what's the big takeaway here? It's really an invitation for you to look a little closer, to pay attention to the details of the world around you. Because you really never know what kind of amazing stories and hidden secrets are hiding in plain sight, just waiting to be discovered.